Hello everyone, welcome back to Be a Legend. On today we need to build a little bit of form and momentum in League 2 if we're going to survive and avoid that relegation battle. If you're new to the channel and new to the series, then please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. And if you've been before and you're enjoying the videos, please leave me that big thumbs up and enjoy today's episode. Hello and welcome to episode 23 of To Be a Legend. My name is Mark, and on today's episode we have two home games in League 2 against Swindon Town and against Grimsby Town. And as I said in the intro, we do need to start to build a little bit of form, a little bit of momentum in this tie, because league-wise we are not doing fantastic. We're not doing bad, but we're not doing fantastic. And the age-old thing of the teams near the top, we seem to be doing fine with. Teams that we should be beating near the bottom, we're not, and that needs to change rapidly if we are to avoid the relegation battle as prescribed in the pre-season odds, where we were at, I think, bottom 150 to 1 to go down or to be promoted, but the expectation was for us to actually go down. We will check to see if that's changed in due course, but for now let's have a quick look to see what's been happening since you were last with us. Walsall we played after the game, sorry, tell a lie, Newcastle was the last game you saw, I think, wasn't it? Tranmere Newcastle, yes. Notts County we then played, beat them in the league 3-1, a really tidy game that. We were a goal behind, Rodriguez after 14 minutes, but then Riley, Blair and Coyle either side of half time, putting us back on the right track. And as you'll see, we definitely had the better of the game and deserved to win that one. Then we played Walsall, and well, this one was an interesting game because again they were top of the table when we played them, and as you will see, we matched them pretty much shot for shot. We have more shots on target, not quite such a good XG, and pretty much similar possession. So it was an even match. O'Rourke scoring after 67 minutes, and they equalised after 79 minutes, and we hung on for that draw. A little bit of disappointment, really. I guess we probably should have popped that one, and that would have been 2 league wins on the trot, which would have definitely give us a bit of momentum. Then we went to Chorley Town and we were pretty much ineffective. Really didn't happen for us at all, and we've had a look at this formation. Maybe it's time to have a bit of a change. It's not doing what we wanted to do, and as you see, we picked up a couple of bookings as well. Then we moved on and we had a away game to Harrogate Town, and we got a fine for so many yellow bookings, frustration creeping in, but 2 goals from Chris Miller put us 2 goals behind after 17 minutes. We thought we were down and out, but Blair and Merry getting on the score sheet in the second half put us back on track, and only Fidel O'Rourke cancelled out goal stopped us from winning that match. And as you'll see, our formation has changed slightly, so we're now playing a bit of a diamond formation here: 2 front, 2 midfield, no defensive midfielder and 2 on wide, and that seems to be doing the trick at the moment. That was the first time we deployed it from the word go. As you'll see, we better shots on target was pretty much the same. XG was slightly lower than Harrogate, and we had a better of the possession, so that was good. And then we played Lincoln City in the last in the Papa John's pizza trophy, and as you'll see, again picking up quite a few bookings, but we were pretty much out and out. 28 shots, 15 of which on target, 3.35 XG, which is fantastic, and pretty much half the possession. Again, playing that formation seemed to be doing right, so the guys starting to get a bit of a hang of what's what with that, and yeah, all in all. Lincoln City, can I see Lincoln City here? Let's go back and we'll ping Lincoln City. I think they're in League One. They are, so they're in the league above us, and we performed very well against them, as we said. So Ogunby, 2 goals opening up before half time. They got 1 back through Schultz, equalised through Hidalgo on 54 minutes, and then Lewis Riley, Mary, Ogunby getting his hat-trick, O'Rourke scoring. Oh, he did score 2 but had 1 cancelled out again for the second game running. Rounded it off very neatly, 6-2 win. So pleased with that. I'm building a little bit of momentum with that formation. I want to see if we can carry that on now through this raft of League Two. So by the time we get to November, hopefully we will start to see us consolidating in that mid-table. Talking about tables, this is the league table as it currently stands. We are down in 14th, pretty much mid, with 12 points. Not a million miles away from the promotion and the playoff places. Remembering 3 go up from here. We are a well adrift, of course, as it currently stands, from Walsall, who are top. They have drawn 2 matches now. Drew against Tranmere in the last match, having drawn with us. Up until then, they'd won 7 straight. So we've put a dent in them, so to speak. Chorley Town, I suppose we lost to them, but we shouldn't really complain too much. They are sort of 3rd in the table as it currently stands, and we've played Walsall, Tranmere and Chorley just recently. So all in all, and Harrogate Town, so all up in that top end. So should be doing very well. Today, Swindon are 16th and Grimsby are 10th. So 1 below us, 1 above us. Pretty much mid-table-ish is where we're looking. Right, so that's what we've got to do. That is the target for today. Nothing else happened transfer wise. There has been a change, I think, since you were last with us. Indeed, Bo Anderson, who was with us on trial last season, not on trial, on loan last season, has actually come back to us permanently on a free transfer. Hasn't played yet, but he's there as backup in defence. So he'll be looking to get some game time very, very soon. Right, without any more to do, let's go through to the first of our games this episode. It's against Swindon Town in League Two. And as aforementioned, the team that we are putting out for the game today, but with the slightly changed formation, as you'll see. Smith in goal, Landlow, Jameson, Bennett and Hughes in defence. I think Broughton is... he's actually suspended for this game. I'm not quite sure what the suspension is for. Let's just have a quick check if we can. Can't do that with that on. Max Broughton, here we go. He is suspended for the next match. I presume he's suspended from the Papa John's Trophy, and I presume he's picked up. Does it tell me how many yellow cards he's picked up? 4. I thought he had to pick up 6. Sorry, I thought he had to pick up 5, but needless to say, he's out anyway for this game. Mary and Biggins continue in midfield. Sterling James on the left, Ogunby on the right on the attacking midfield, and then O'Rourke and Blair are 2 strikers up front. Blair can play as a striker up front, and that should be quite an interesting combination up there. Fodicek, Gimphy, Leather, Coyle, Felix, Riley and Cardwell are on the bench for today's game. Let's see, we are, just one thing I haven't checked, we are positive mentality. I'm wondering whether, let's go out guns blazing and go on attack from the word go and see what happens. I think last match we went a couple of goals behind, and that was pretty much down to the fact that we went positive to start off with, which just seemed to cause us a few problems. So let's just give that a go Right, outstretched arms. We carry on where we finished off the last match. Everybody's composed. There's a few players that seem right. Have we got the option? Yes, we have. So Sterling James and Ogunbi, I have faith in you. Go out there, make a difference. Right, it's motivated them too. Esteen, Hughes and Landlow, we need them to be playing, so same for them. Pump fist, faith in you, go out there and make a difference. That's motivated them too. So I think we are okay. We're pretty much motivated. Do we need to do these guys as well? Pump fist, show me what. No, he's not cheered him up. And Reece Bennett and Carl James. Pump fists. Get out there, make a difference. It's worked for Reece Bennett, but not for Jameson, who Jameson, just as a footnote, he was complaining, wanting to leave because he wasn't getting game time, etc. He has actually now said that he's happy to stay. You will also notice from this, our stands are now complete. In fact, it looks like most of them have had an overhaul all the way around the stadium compared to when we were here last time. Still haven't got a roof on this one, which I'm sure we had. Need to go back to some early. We haven't got a roof on this one either, oddly enough. But this stadium is complete. This stand is complete now, and their early foray goes over the top. Looks like a corner on one side and now a corner on the other side. Ball comes in again, headed and well saved on the line by Smith. Right, I'm playing on the laptop, so it's not quite up to the stature that this is, hence why we have to tweak this every time. Jameson with the free kick now. Landlow back to Jameson. Jameson forward looking for Blair, finds him, but Blair loses it under the tackle, and they come forward again. Maybe we should have been positive for a while. We'll get this attack over with, if they don't score, that is. And it's not looking promising at the minute. Defend it, defend it. It's cleared to that side, and they're going to have attack back in. Donahue, and they're still around our area. We'll push them back a little bit, and the ball forward, and they've managed to keep it in. Swing the ball in, and ooh, just over the top. And only 5 minutes gone. They're putting us under a fair amount of pressure at the minute. Need to weather the storm, and then hopefully we can get back in this. I haven't had a go yet. Ball forward, Hughes misses out on that, but Bennett's there. Up the line to Ogunbi. Ogunbi now to Hughes. Hughes looking for O'Rourke, and it completely bypassed O'Rourke. And their long ball forward, Jameson tidies up. Sterling now inside, and he's got it through to Biggins. Biggins now to Merry. Merry tries to thread it through, couldn't, but we get another chance, but lost it in midfield. And backpedaling now, we're outnumbered, and the block comes in from Hughes. Ogunbi comes and tidies up. Smith has the ball, and he pumps it forward, but to nobody, and that chance has gone for them, thankfully. Let's go to positive for a minute and just try and get a foothold back in the game. Alright, Hughes with the throw in to Ogunbi. Ogunbi heads it to Biggins. Biggins now back to Bennett. Bennett launches it forward. Their defence is pretty strong. Biggins fires one in, but it gets blocked. Can he get it through? He's got it to Merry. Merry back to Biggins. Biggins through to Sterling, but it's too long, too strong, and Sterling couldn't get on the end of it, either to bring it down and control it, or anything else for that matter. Ludlow with the throw in, and he was tackled. Jameson now. launches the ball forward, looking for O'Rourke to Blair. Blair fires it in at a very tight angle, but the goalkeeper was always equal to it. Good try, and our first shot on target, I think. O'Rourke with the header down. Blair launches it, gets it on target, but goalkeeper there. And well put off there. Mary's picked up a yellow card, I notice. O'Rourke heads it forward, but it's too far and it's tidied up by their defence. Launched forward. And a long ball. Smith is going to tidy up in defence. Out to Hughes. Hughes now into Biggins. Biggins to Ogunby, who looks as if he's picked up a knock. Blair back to Ogunby. So we're going to need to be doing some changes. Hughes, can he get the cross in? No, he's tackled and potentially a penalty. And we have got a penalty. Hughes with the penalty. Quite sure why he's taking that, but he has put it away, and we are a goal to the good against Swindon. Nicely tucked away, that one. And right, do we need to have a look? Ogunby has got that knock. Doesn't appear to be improving. So first things first, we're going to give a shout to Mary. Oh, what's his injury? Potential groin injury. So we do need to make that change. Let's have a look. We've got Kane Felix, who can come on for him, and that's the change that we will have to make. Always unfortunate when you have to make a forced substitution before half time. Blair in here and makes it 2, but it's disallowed. He must have been offside. I can't see the lines when he's here. Way back from when the kick was taken, obviously. Yeah, just. Oh, dearie me. He would have still got that, I think. Had he been onside, he'd have still been in there. Up to 11th at the moment as we currently stand. And looking good, but they've got a cross in and we need to be very careful. We don't want them getting one back before half time. And pushing out now, trying to get them offside. Not managing to do it at the moment, but we've stifled that one. O'Rourke to Sterling. Sterling comes forward now. He's got 2 or 3 with him on the inside. That's blocked, that shot, and it's gone in. And Fidel O'Rourke finally puts it away. We'll see who else contributed to that, but Sterling fired it, got a second bite of the cherry, goalkeeper saved it. Here we go. It all seemed to happen very quickly. Sterling, it was blocked, then the goalkeeper saved it, then Mary hit it against the post and O'Rourke went and picked up the titbits and makes it 2-0. They have a throw in. 3 minutes of injury time in this first half, and we are nearly 2 minutes of those in. Bennett heads it to Murray, brings it down for Biggins, who's in. Blair's there, and Blair puts it away. 3-0. I think you'll find that's game over, unless something goes badly wrong now. So already this new formation is starting to work, especially with the 2 up front. Still got the 2 wingers. I was a bit concerned that it might leave us a bit bare in midfield, but I think maybe with a defensive midfielder is just a little bit too defensive, and just allows the other opposition teams to come onto us. And as it turns out, we finished that half 10 shots, 4 on target, 2.70 on the XG. Not quite as much possession as I would have liked, but I will more than happy with the goals, shots on target against the possession, if that's what's given us the goals at the end of the day. So Hughes a penalty after 34. Blair had one cancelled out. O'Rourke after 45 minutes, and Blair did get his goal 3 minutes into injury time. So 3-0 to the good at half time. Happy with them. I'm pleased with the performance so far. Keep it up. Ogunby is pleased. We're not in a position to talk to him, unfortunately. Everybody is A-OK. 7.9 from Fidel O'Rourke. Sterling James. I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. I think we're good with that. Let's go through to the second half. Blair kicks off, gets us underway, all the way back to Smith. Smith to Bennett. And that's our opening kick-off highlight. Landlow to Sterling, who's tackled, and they clear the ball, but only as far as Mary. Mary now fires it in. Biggins picks it up, and it's blocked. Biggins with it, trying a shot from distance, and it came back. Jameson tidying up. We have a free kick. Landlow, and headed over the top by Bennett, I think. Say up to 11th, just 3 points off of the playoff spots, which is better than what we would have hoped. Felix with a cross in. Mary misses his header, and they try to peel it back to the edge of the area, and the ball, we lost the ball, and they're coming forward now. Need to be careful. We don't want them to get one back this early in the second half. Gives them a bit of momentum. We've broken the play up, and they have it back though, and launch a further attack. Ball forward and headed clear by Jameson. I think that was Mary with a long ball forward to Blair, who's brought it down nicely into O'Rourke. O'Rourke, you'd have had him put that one away, but I think the goalkeeper had come out far enough to stop the angle. Ladlow, and straight into the arms of the goalkeeper on this occasion. Yeah, it was Jameson with a lovely clearance, and Mary forward ball. Blair bringing it down, lovely. Looks for O'Rourke, and O'Rourke couldn't quite pop it underneath the goalkeeper, but good all the same. Coming up to the hour mark, and that's cut out by Hughes. Long ball forward, nobody there, and they've got the possession back as they come forward, looking for a way through. And Hughes, no, it was Landlow, who's, it's his old side. He came from there, so he's even more ring. Oh, whoa, I thought that was going in. Smith made a good save there. Landolo, yeah, he's come from Swindon, so even more reason to get a win today. He'll be absolutely thrilled if he can get a win, which is right. Hughes is one yellow card. I'm not taking people off for yellow cards. Hughes can only play 75 minutes, so we will substitute him, but not just yet. Jameson's picked up a yellow card now in defence. Let's have words. We get through to about 80 minutes. We'll give them a bit of praise, and we might even go to a balanced in order to try and preserve this lead, which, to be fair, they're coming back. They've come back into it a little bit, but we've Hughes with the throw into Felix to Biggins. Biggins crosses in, and O'Rourke gets his second of the game, 9th of the season, and 4-0 against Swindon. This is more like it. Can we have a winning episode? This is the question. Hughes to Felix. Biggins, O'Rourke. Fantastic on the volley. Wonderful. Right. Nearly time for that change then. Let's have a look. Hughes for Guy and I think for the minute that's our second change, of course, because we had to do the enforced change for Ogunby. I can't drop praise at the minute, so we won't do that for just a moment. We'll carry on. And they are on the attack. Something happening there. I'm not quite sure what, but it's come back out. And And well saved by Smith. Shot from distance, and that one's headed over the top. Begins is now tired. That could be, he could well be our third change. Right, first all, we got to 80 minutes. We're going to drop some praise. We're going to make that final change. Begins for Coyle. Weakens our midfield slightly. They do have a corner according to this, but that didn't show up. They have a throw in on this side. Throw in headed on, and it's gone through to them. They've got one back. Toby Holland. Bit of a muddle up there in defence, I think. Yeah, Jameson and didn't quite, and I think it was Gumphy came across to try and tidy up after these two had messed it up. Jameson's and Bennett, and they've got one in, but I think that could well only be a consolation as it stands. They have come back well, shots and targets. If you look, we've got 13 and 6, they've got 14 and 7, so they have come back in. I think it's possibly time for us to go to balance though, and not that I think they will score 4 goals, but I think we just nullify it now and make a 4-1 win, maybe a 5-1 win. Sterling with the shot, oh, saved, but Blair on the tidy up, but he was offside obviously when the kick was made. Had it gone in, it would have probably been alright, but look at these offside again. Yikes. But if we finish the day, Jameson with the ball forward to Lundelow, to Murray, to Sterling. We finish in 11th. I think, you know, considering we're not doing too bad, O'Rourke now looking for a hat-trick, of course, but he fires that across, nobody there. And they will come on a counter now with not a lot of time left. Stifle this one when it's been tackled, and that's it, it's all over. And we have won that game. A nice tidy 4-1 win. I was going to say 4-0 then, and very nearly a 4-0. Good win. More than happy with that, and there we are, 11th, 15 points, just 3 points off of Accrington Stanley, who are in 7th, albeit Bolton do have a game in hand at the minute, and that would push everybody down a little bit. But we're not a million miles away. As I say, we can string a few games together. We can certainly be up in this bit here, which is far exceeding expectations for the season. Landolo gets one over on Swindon Town, as I said, where he came from. O'Rourke had a game and a half, a handshake, give him a pat on the head. One thing we were going to have a look at, I think, if my memory serves me right, let's see if we can get in the right place though. Sky Bet League 2, here we go, season preview. Yeah, we'll actually shorten the odds now, 100 to 1, where we're 150 to 1 I think when we started out the season. Oxford United are 1 to 91 to go up. But yeah, we're still in that bottom patch behind Bolton and Barrow, but so we're far out exceeding the pre-season expectations as it currently stands. Right, without any more to do, we have a week before the next game in game time, so we will come back for that second home game against Grimsby Town in League 2. And this is the team that we are putting out against Grimsby Town in our second game of the episode. Smith in goal, Landolo, Broughton, Bennett and Hughes brought them back after suspension. Mary and Biggins in midfield. Blair and O'Rourke in attacking midfield. Cardwell and Riley up front. Fodicek, Gimphy, Jameson, Coyle, Ogunby, who is slightly injured, Sterling James and Andel Gibbons are all on the bench. We have a number of injuries. Ashley Seal and also Felix both have taken knocks in training, which reduces our prowess on the bench. Another carry on where you left off last time. Let's hope that that is the case. The likes of Cardwell and Riley go out there and make a difference. Harvey Blair also go out and make a difference. Biggins, Reece Bennett and right, let's not add the necessary whatever, but that'll do. And so this our last home game for a while. We've got next 5 games, with 4 of them are away from home, only 1 at home. So we've got 2 away, 1 at home, and then 2 away again, just before we come back for the next episode, which I think the next episode means that we will come back at home. We've forced a corner just literally 20 seconds into the game. Ball comes in, Riley heads it down. In fact, I think the defender headed it out. Hughes comes and tidies up, and that highlight disappears. Free kick to them, which is headed clear. We're not going to get out to that, and they have Broughton with the defensive header to Hughes to Mary. Mary inside to Cardwell. Cardwell misses Mary, but he goes back for it. Biggins now forward to O'Rourke. O'Rourke looking for Mary to Biggins. Forward wide to Hughes, who should get the cross in. Low. Biggins. Harrison Biggins with the first goal 2 minutes in. And that's his 3rd goal of the season. Nice low cross. Just swept it home. Lovely ball. And Biggins was there, unmarked, to sweep it in. And we're a goal to the good. Landello has picked up a yellow card already, so let's have words with him. Yeek. So early on, up to 9th now so far. Landello to Blair. Blair goes on a run, and he's still going on a bit of a run, coming across field. O'Rourke back to Biggins to O'Rourke, and O'Rourke's shot was a bit tame in the end. And Landello again, this time to Cardwell, who also comes across field. Mary, he's gone out wide to Landello, who's going to get this cross in. Lovely cross, nobody there, and they have a counter on, which we need to get back and mark. Don't watch him. Mark it. Get back. He's come all the way in there and manages to get the shot away without a block. Smith to Broughton. Broughton goes out for Landello to Blair, who comes infield. He has Hughes. I think that's Hughes. Or was that Biggins? No, to O'Rourke. And O'Rourke, well saved by the goalkeeper. That was going in. But O'Rourke was offside. You see, just teetering with the offside. He's trying to stay onside. Oh no, that was Riley that was trying to stay onside. O'Rourke wasn't. But as it was, it didn't go in. Landello to Mary. Mary forward looking for Cardwell. Found him. Cardwell keeps it in, but keeps it in badly. Not much control on the ball. Landello. Seeing a lot of him. He's having a good game so far. Cardwell to Biggins. Biggins to O'Rourke. Biggins looks through for Riley and has his shot blocked. tracked all the way back there, and still being tracked as they try and get back on terms, and they're going to, if they're not careful. Well blocked, last ditch block there, but Bennett clears it upfield, and still they come again, but that's gone to nothing, and we are still 10th, and here they come again. Seem to be getting a bit of game time here, and has threaded that one through. Smith equal to it. Bennett clears it into touch. Zach Clough, he's the man to watch. Nice threaded ball through to Williams, and Williams pulled the trigger, but Smith saved it, and they have the throw in on this side. And Tilley to Clifton. He's gone out and blocked, and the block falls to Blair. This time we're on a counter. Cardwell, can he go around his man? He's holding the ball up, and no, he's been tackled, and it's gone out for a throw. Lundolo to Cardwell. Cardwell with a cross in, fired it in and headed clear. Mary to Biggins now, and we come again. Cardwell, nice to get a second before half time if we can. Only 22 minutes gone, mind you. Hughes looking for O'Rourke. He's found him, and O'Rourke's tried to pick him off on the inside, but the goalkeeper was equal to it. Lovely threaded ball, just a missed header there from, sure who that was, but Broughton to Bennett. And here is a rerun of O'Rourke's nice threaded ball, onside this time, brings it down nicely, and the goalkeeper makes the save. All on target if the goalkeeper's got to make the save, which is good news. They have a corner now. Notts County have taken the lead against Swindon. Williams fires that one across Clifton, but Smith is equal to it. Lundolo with the long throw. It's headed into the area, and the defence had to clear it up. They have picked it up through Zach Clough, who is on his own, but he's tackled by Mary, and Bennett will come back and tidy up. Well tackled by Mary. He wasn't going to let him go any further with that. Ball forward to O'Rourke, to Biggins. Biggins crossfield to Cardwell. Cardwell looking for Blair, but his pass was a bit wayward. Broughton to Lundolo, to Biggins, to Cardwell. Cardwell throws it through to O'Rourke, and O'Rourke gets our second. 34 minutes gone, and O'Rourke, he's been looking for that goal for a while, and managed to get on the end of one. Biggins, lovely. Cardwell with a lovely assist, threads it through. O'Rourke just waits for the goalkeeper to commit himself and buries it in the net. 2-0. Lundolo now to Blair. Blair back to Lundolo. Lundolo threads it through back for Blair. Nice 1-2, and he's been tackled in the area, nothing given, probably because he stayed up. Lundolo back to Broughton, so we come again. Lundolo looks for Blair and finds him yet again, crosses in, but not quite strong enough to get through, and they come, but Lundolo cuts that one out to Riley. Riley to Blair, and it's fallen to Cardwell, who gets his first goal of the season, and he's happy with that. 36 minutes gone, and we are a nice 3-0 up in this one, and the formation so far, touch wood, seems to be doing the job, so it may be a case of sticking with it. Not tested away from home, mind you. We have only tested it at home so far. Lundolo to Blair. Good combination, these two coming off now. Lundolo inside to Mary. Mary to Biggins. Biggins to Cardwell. Cardwell's clear his man, throws it through to Blair, and it's 4-0. Harvey Blair, 6th goal of the season, and I think this one is put to bed. I did say I wanted a second goal before half time. as it is, we've got 4. Cardwell, lovely. So he's got 1 and 2 assists, so I think he will be more than happy with his contribution. 8.5, I think that's fair. Riley not performing quite so well, but I mean, he's a bit taken out. What is interesting, I think, at the moment is these two are playing extremely well on the wings there, and I think that's making the difference. Lundolo to Blair to Merry, and back to Lundolo, who gets the cross in, or tries to get the cross in, but it's gone for a corner. Is he not going to take the corner on that side? No, O'Rourke has, and it's in and gone. And Broughton to Merry, Merry to Riley. Oof! I think it was Cardwell from the edge of the area, and he wasn't far away. We're up to 9th as it currently stands, and that's a block. Who was that block? That Merry, who is also having a good game, I hasten to add. Shot was a bit wayward, thankfully. Nearly half time. Broughton has now picked up a yellow card as well. We'll wait until half time to tell him off. Blair goes on a bit of a run. He's had a good game. O'Rourke, oof, he was looking for that side of the net there, but saved. Magic first half, that magic first half. Biggins, O'Rourke, Cardwell and Blair. Right, outstretched arms. Very happy with how things going. Keep it up, lads. Was it Broughton? Yeah, Broughton. He's got a yellow card. He was, I think, 1 card away from another suspension, so that's got him the suspension. Not quite sure what the suspension was for the previous game. He did get a ban in because he picked up 2 yellow cards in the pizza trophy, but I'm sure that shouldn't have applied. I think there might have been a bug there actually in FM, and it applied in this game, so it might be that we get him up for the Papa John's as it is. Right, who else was it? Lundolo. He's picked up a yellow card, so point finger at him and say, you know, need to calm down. We've already done that. And we're going to well done too. Tom Smith's having a good game as well. Has kept us in it. Nobody really performing badly. I think Lewis Riley, I still have faith in you. Cardwell. I'm happy with your performance. Right, let's give everybody a bit of a G up. Everybody's happy. Let's go into this second half and see if we can add more to it. Long ball forward. Come out. Biggins to Murray over the top, and we drop down to 10th as it is. It's the on goal difference, I'm guessing, and it goes all the way back to Smith. Smith now to Hughes. Hughes to Biggins. Biggins to O'Rourke. Biggins long ball forward looking for Riley. He's found him, and Riley controlling it. Lost the opportunity for the shot, and by the time he got the shot away, the block was on by the defender, and they've cleared the ball to touch. Brought them back to Smith. Finds Biggins. Biggins to Mary. Mary to Blair. Blair to Cardwell. Cardwell back to Lundolo to Blair. And he, I don't know what he was doing, but he was caught out, and they have an attack on here. Clough. But Smith saves that one. think what's quite interesting is we can play O'Rourke and Blair as attackers, as strikers, if we need to, as well as playing them wide, and effectively gives us 4 strikers up front there. Right, Lundullo with the throw into Merry, back to Lundullo, who gets a cross in, looking for Riley. Didn't find him, but it's cleared, and they have a break on. 2 on 2. Clough again here. He's got the shot in, and Smith saves it, parries it down. Lundullo that was there, and gets rid. Good defending by Lundullo. Fine save by Smith, and Lundullo puts it in the car park. Smith with the kick-off. Broughton looking for O'Rourke, didn't find him, and they have an attack on. Right. Shepherd. Oh, ping-ponging around. It's gone for a corner. No, it's not. It's gone out for a goal kick. Nice to get a clean sheet today. Is that possible? Bit of luck going our way. But, yeah, I think it's high time we got a clean sheet. We do seem to give away sloppy goals somewhere along in the second half as we get tired. Smith now to Bennett. Bennett forward to Biggins. Nicely played out. Riley, lovely ball. Riley hasn't lost it, and Riley takes a shot when really I think he probably could have crossed that in for Caldwell. Down to 11th now. I think it's because the other sides around us are starting to win games and going back above us, but as I say, we'll take that. Murray coming out for that, didn't quite get there in time. Oh, missed header, and they put it wide. Who was that? There's a missed header there. There's the header that was missed. Not quite sure who that was. We'll let Broughton. Missed his header. Wright was in and tried to curl it around the goalkeeper, but didn't. So a little bit of luck going our way. 66 minutes gone. Hughes into Riley. Riley back to Hughes, who crosses the ball long. Bit too far forward as well. And the goalkeeper gets hold of it. Long ball forward. Bennett heads it down to Biggins. Biggins crosses for O'Rourke. O'Rourke inside. And they've got it back and coming at us again. Ooh, this time Broughton sees it into the arms of Smith. Smith with a long ball forward, looking for Riley, and he's got there, but he can't put it away, and that's gone out for a corner. See this corner out, and then it's time for changes. Lundullo to Riley, and it's headed clear, but Blair gets back out to Lundullo, crosses it into the area, and everybody a bit slow at achieving that. This was incredible. Riley just sort of stopped, thinking he might have been offside, I think, but as it dropped, there was a gaping hole behind, and Riley nearly capitalised. Right. Riley has had a better game this half, but we're going to make that change. I haven't really got anybody to come on for him. What we could do, I'm thinking let's change Riley for Blair. Let's have a look at the tactics screen. Right, we're going to swap these around because I think Blair, no, he's better as an advanced forward. Right, okay, let's change that back. Blair is the advanced forward. Riley we're going to swap out with Sterling James. Sterling James can come on over there. He's Sterling James. He's better as an inverted winger. Right, that's where we're going for a minute. And then I think Mary hasn't been playing such a good game, so I think Coyle's going to come on for him. I think it's about time Coyle had a start, actually, because Coyle, he's certainly doing okay when he comes on. Right, there are 2 changes on 70 minutes. Usual tactics apply, through to 80, and we'll batten down the hatches. Smith to Broughton. Broughton forward looking for Sterling, who heads it down to Landullo. He gets it forward looking for Cardwell. Didn't find him in this occasion, but it comes back to Landullo. He's found Cardwell this time, and Cardwell puts it away for his second of the game, his second of the season, 5-0. And Landullo, lovely ball. Cardwell puts that away. Free kick we have now. Bennett with the free kick goes out wide to Landullo, but Landullo's lost it. And Broughton comes across. Well, he's left him alone now, which is a bit of a weird thing to do. And they shoot that over the top. Clean sheet intact at the moment. Begins is now tired. Going to ignore that for the minute. Options are limited now. We have a throw on that far side. Hughes to O'Rourke. O'Rourke crosses it in looking for Sterling, and Sterling couldn't get or direct the header, unfortunately. Lovely ball in from O'Rourke, got the cross in, and all Sterling could do was head it over the top. Broughton with a header. He's headed it across. Look at if it's going out, but Williams picks it up. Sterling tries to break up play, couldn't do it, and Coyle wins the ball in midfield now to Cardwell. Cardwell looking for Blair. Blair has got out, fires a lovely shot and a lovely goal. 7th goal of the season, and Harvey Blair puts us 6-0 up. What an episode this has been. 4-2 and 6-0 so far. And a long episode as it turns out. We've had a lot of highlights, a lot of gameplay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And they've brought Whitaker on, I think. Has he come on? Need to check in a minute. That's a long ball across and no penalty given. So Hughes has given it back to them, bizarrely. And they still have the attack going, having won it back at least twice. It seems to have given it away. Williams now, and that's blocked this time on this side by Landullo. Goes out for a corner. Corner comes in and it's headed away by O'Rourke, and we are heading for that time now where we change to more balanced drop praise, because they have done very, very well so far. But we do need to make that final change, I'm thinking. We have some tired legs here. Guy on feet. Bennett is tired. In fact, they're all tired. Bennett has picked up a yellow card now as well. Guy Humphrey coming on for Hughes on that side. He's done a job, and that's the best we can do for now. Just tell Bennett to be careful. I'm not going to get the chance because it's not going to let us cancel. It's going to be dropped praise, I think. Mondello with the clearance, and only 2 minutes of injury time. This could be the last passage of play. Whittaker forward. It's kept it in. It's got it inside the area and it's gone wide. And I think we may well be going to keep our clean sheet today. Broughton to Lundello. Lundello to Sterling, and game over. Excellent, excellent. Very happy with that result and the way you played. Well done all. And Harry Carwell's picked up a 10, would you believe? That's a rarity. Very happy with your performance today. Let's hope there's more of that to come. And there we are, 9th after all of that, petering around here as the episode went on, but we've ended up 9th, so really beating expectations, and we are literally now 1 point adrift of Accrington Stanley in 7th. But look at the goal difference, that has really pumped that up. 10 is the goal difference now, same as Harrogate Town. 18 points. Tell you what, like I said, if we can have a run of form through this, we could well be in the playoff mix, which is far exceeding expectations. I thought we were in for a bit of a bumpy ride this season, I'll tell you, really did. Right, without any more to do, we won't do that bit for now. It's been a long episode, so we will try and wrap up, and we will be coming back. The next episode, I'm a bit undecided at the minute. We'll see how we go with these, but it's likely the next episode will be a cup stroke trophy episode. It might be that we see one of those and the Bradford City game. I'm thinking the FA Cup first round and the final game in the EFL trophy, which we need to win against Manchester United under 23s in order to get to the next round of that, basically. So I think the next episode could be a cup stroke trophy episode, and obviously an update on how we're doing in the league, and then we'll be looking for more league stuff in the episode after that. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way you can keep up to date with all future episodes of this and the new series as they are released. New episodes of To Be a Legend are currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with everything that's happening with all my new series and all the rest of it, why not follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2 to keep up to date with all that's going on this channel and more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode, which is episode 24. We'll be out on Thursday. Until then, goodbye.